Hi there. Yes!
What the fuck? Stop!
Relative ease, Sin has the chance to carry out her first autonomous decision that, for once, isn't run away. However, a giant plot rift forces her to run away. Rey then joins up with Leia and the Resistance, having already gained their trust without any spoken words, prior contact, and limited expression of loyalty towards them. Finally, they send her off to go find Luke, with only Chewie to chaperone. Why? Your guess is as good as anyone else's. Folks just aren't very sure about Rey, and as Reen intentionally or unintentionally voices through Luke, not even Rey knows what she's doing. There are a million and one ways to excuse it. I'm just telling you how it is. Rey is a very, very difficult character to get behind. The movies badly want us to. Everyone in them wants Rey. They all need Rey. Even the Force thinks she's just the shit. And Rey can barely keep up. Really, she's just confused. All she can think to do is figure out her place in all of this.
I need someone to show me my place.
Here's how I understand the difference between a good character and a bad character for stories like these. Generally, a good protagonist knows what they want and anxiously tries to maneuver their way into getting it. Generally, a poor protagonist, like Rey, doesn't know what the fuck they're even doing. They're merely special and have a special place in a plot that forces them to get off their non-existent laurels and participate. You can fiddle around with this, but having at least one concrete desire that ties into the plot is the most basic of qualifications in character writing. Luke Skywalker, for instance, has two concrete desires in A New Hope, both of which can be summed up in 3 words: save the princess and destroy the weapon. Rey? She wants to see her parents again, which would be a concrete goal if she still had parents, and if they had any bearing on the plot whatsoever. And no, wanting to do the right thing isn't concrete. It's exactly abstract, nor is it even a genuine desire. Being utterly selfless is a lack of desire, a common Mary Sue trait.
I found Rey trying to do in the first one was she was trying to do the right thing.
Why?
Like she was trying to help BB-8, and then she was trying to help the Why? And now she's trying to help the Resistance.
Why would you want to do that?
It's not a sort of self-centered power.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
No, I'm not saying doing the right thing is a detriment, even for Rei. Far from it. A hero should be all about doing the right thing, but there has to be a foundation to want to do the right thing. I'll give an example. Midoriya from Sky High essentially encapsulates this wanting to do the right thing meme. It's pretty much all he does. He's very basic, very simplistic, but he more or less makes his Gary Stu altruism work because of the setting he's in and that he has concrete desires. He wants to be a hero. That is, he wants the status of being a licensed superhero. He wants to have a superpower. He wants to show his childhood friend with DPD that he can make it with the best of them. He wants to be the best of them, to become the man he looks up to most. These are all tangible, obtainable things. And in pursuing these things, Midoriya can be the ultimate hero, doing the right thing righter than anybody. And even with all that, he's not that strong a character, narratively speaking. Hell, he's probably one of the weakest in his own story. But still, you gotta root for a manlet as determined as he is. He also, actually trains super hard to obtain his power, unlike Ma Rei. So what are Rei's concrete desires? Put it another way, what are her goals? Luke exposes the fact that she doesn't know, hasn't known. The most she wants is to know. She says there's something inside of her that she doesn't understand. She wants Luke to give it meaning, and meaning is not concrete. That's not enough.
You what? You're stupid. Okay, we'll go over it again. If you have aspirations to do something with your life, you want to be the only thing you want to be an Army Ranger.
The discussion moves on to the subject of gun selection, which continues for roughly 4.5 minutes. The attack on the school is yet to be mentioned, but the last gun to now be discussed was his choice of weapon.
And just that. The plank and the breach plate features, however, were seriously well designed, and again, I absolutely love the simplicity how these mechanisms were achieved. Would love to hear your opinion on these 3 sets and the one that you're most excited about in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my LEGO Super Mario Luigi Mansion set reviews, and I'll see you on the
psychiatric facility. These institutions are without question some of the most disturbing places in the system. And if you're not actually suffering from the crippling effects of mental illness, living in this type of environment will be a mentally agonizing experience. The foresight of what occurs inside the majority wish to avoid them. But once you are in, it is very hard to get out, and you will have to serve the same, if not a greater amount of time than you would have had to serve at a regular prison. So to put it briefly, if you commit a serious offense and then pretend to be crazy in order to get away with it, your life from that point forward will be an extremely dark and uncomfortable existence, whether you manage to fool the system or not. But there is one benefit, which is the elimination of capital punishment. Independent states cannot execute someone deemed insane during the time of their offense, which is the only conceivable reason a defendant would cling to this narrative even after knowing what lies ahead should it succeed. And this happens to be a notion that ties in closely to the primary subject of this video. It will focus on one particular individual whose interrogation footage is so fraught with blatant trickery that most of the segments presented to you won't even need suggestive commentary. You can simply observe and judge for yourself whether you see authentic behavior or not. But before showing you what pretending to be crazy looks like, we'll briefly show you a genuine case of the criminal insane, or at least a far more convincing one. This is 18-year-old Jared, a freshman at East Central University in Oklahoma. On a Wednesday evening in December, he asked fellow student Gennaro Sanchez for a ride to Walmart. Once they got there, Murray pulled out a handgun and made Gennaro drive to an isolated country road where he shot him twice in the head. He then attempted to hitchhike to Canada, but was soon apprehended by police on the side of the road. He immediately confessed to the crime once apprehended and was then interrogated by the arresting officer.
Already opened it. This one's yours in case you change your mind.
The next 4 minutes are the extremely tedious process of getting the subject to engage further through basic questions. The topic of his phone will now be brought up.
What about your phone? Do you have a phone? When did you lose it? Today. Okay. And what kind of phone is it? Okay, is it a laptop, an iPhone, a Samsung? It's a phone. What's the number? Okay.
He will now begin to feign a state of hysteria, which then morphs into a simulated panic attack and fake hyperventilation. The detective will need to refute the act immediately as to not let the subject gain confidence with it, but he also has to maintain rapport and avoid confrontation. He essentially has to tell the subject to knock it off, but in the most passive manner possible.
Okay, Nick, calm down. You've already been medically cleared. I know what's going to be talked about is difficult, but again, you don't remember your phone number. How long have you had the phone? How long have you had the phone? Nick, the doctor's already looked at you. Okay. You're fine. You're not having any problems at the moment. You're perfectly fine. Calm your breathing down. All right, and I want to believe certain things that you're going to tell me, but you know, we're getting to where you're going to hyperventilate over a phone number. Okay. All right. So what you told me? Huh? Okay, 954.
The manic episode is somewhat curt, but the subject is still clearly committed to it.
954-821. 2007. 1007. And again, going back to what kind it is. Do you know if it's an iPhone, a Samsung? How long have you had it? Every kid knows what the phone is now. Kids your age.
This is a turning point. Cruz's adoptive mother had indeed passed away a year prior to pneumonia. The topic is sympathetic towards himself, and it seems to have stopped the famed hysteria in his tracks. Compared to his neurotic behavior in the minutes leading up to this moment, he all of a sudden appears calm. He is clearly receptive, and thus responsive to the cue of compassion when it's directed at himself. The detective recognizes this, and although he said he would talk about the subject later, he instead focused on it immediately to keep him engaged.
So, did your mom died? How long has your mom passed? This year, last year? November? When your mom passed, were you living with her? You see me that?
The subject drops the act and becomes more engaged in the conversation. The detective inquires further about his mother for roughly 3 minutes before shifting the discussion. It focuses mainly on the subject.
Things aren't all bad just yet, as surveys do show that people say that those past sexual partners are undesirable for long-term relationships. The problem is that Americans usually have between 4 and 7 sexual partners. This has created a big gap between the kind of person people want a long-term relationship with and the kind.
Oh my god.
You're not wrong.
You can't use my own fucking like philosophical question against me. That's my thing. I do that. What was that sound?
That was me, my bad. Hi there. Welcome. Alright, they usually tend to do that. Come on. Oh, he's fatty. He's a fatty, that guy. Got him. Oh, baby! Oh, that felt good. Someone left quick. All that. If he had dropped that pad, he did. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm guessing no. I'm guessing no. That probably hasn't gotten his email yet. Who's this? He's so green. Not that that's a bad thing, by the way. Hey! Hey! Oh, I see. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I forgot that was the case. I really did. Also doesn't quite know how close works, I suppose. Which is fine by me. Because I can keep on doing this. Probably like, how does he beat this guy? How does any of this actually work? I've gotten one of the best weapons in the game. It's the end game. It's the Meteor Sword. How could I actually lose? This guy's just using a Carthus curved greatsword. What the hell, man? Oh, there he is. Hi! Hi! What? What happened? I'm coming! I have a wife. Nice work. Easy, different. Oh, come on! This is hilarious. This is hilarious.
Opens into space with Poe and Finn on the other side. Did Riddle think no one would catch this because there are no explosions and they cut away real fast? Riddle me this. Why didn't they let Leia die? They got rid of Han already. Luke's got a target on his back, and Carrie Fisher isn't with us anymore. So why bring Leia back? Of all characters, in the goofiest way imaginable. No sarcasm. I'm legitimately confused by this decision. Anyway, Hawks is like, why can't we blow these guys up? And some officer tells him it's because the cruiser is lighter, faster, and can stay out of lethal range. Then the cruiser never outpaces their Star Destroyer for the remainder of the movie. Whoops! On Island World, Chewie kills and roasts his first board. Now this is how you do product placement, making me hungry.